New Zealand, October 23, 2025.
Just recording.
Gale force winds battered parts of New Zealand for the second time in 3 days Thursday, grounding aircraft and prompting warnings from emergency services for people to take care and avoid travel. New Zealand's weather agency MetService has issued rare red wind warnings, the highest level forecasting gusts of as strong as 140 km per hour, 87 miles per hour, in Wellington and the nearby Wairarapa region, as well as the South Island region of Canterbury. That's after winds hit 130 km per hour in the capital city on Tuesday.
It's bloody crazy. It was like a bomb that exploded into the trees opposite Mitre 10. I ducked it.
Central and southern New Zealand is being hit by a complex weather system just days after parts of the country were struck by strong northerly winds. Strong winds of up to 155 km per hour, 96 miles per hour, in New Zealand has left around 90,000 homes without power and forced authorities to cancel more than 100 flights, report local media. The winds are affecting the whole of the South Island and the southern parts of the North Island, according to the country's meteorological service. Roads are closed in Otago, Wellington, Canterbury, and the West Coast, with power outages across the top of the South Island. There are red strong wind warnings in place for Wellington and Wairarapa south of Culverden, Marlborough from Cape Campbell southwards, including the Kaikoura Coast, Canterbury High Country, Christchurch and Canterbury Plains, and coastal parts of Clutha and Southland, also Stewart Island. The power cut appears to be affecting homes mostly in the South Island, though authorities say that the electricity supply was being restored progressively. Local media have reported that in some places roofs have been ripped off houses, toppled silos, blown down fences, a truck overturned and surface flooding in affected areas, while trees and electricity poles have been knocked down by the winds.
There's just like 200k gusts. That everything's blowing.
Air New Zealand suspended flights into Wellington, while most services to the South Island city of Christchurch are also paused. Commuter trains and ferries across the Wellington harbour were cancelled, but Cook Strait crossings were still sailing. Local media reported power outages at the top of the South Island affecting more than 90,000 people. Meanwhile, Canterbury officials have declared a state of emergency to support disaster response efforts. Wellington City Council closed its libraries, community centres and other facilities, and urged members of the public to stay away from parks and other reserves for their own safety. A state of local emergency was declared in the South Island region of Canterbury late Wednesday as the weather system closed in. Forecasters reported severe gales and heavy rain overnight in the Canterbury High Country, with the potential for fallen trees, slips and flooding that have already blocked some roads. Christchurch City has closed a number of parks and warned citizens to postpone outdoor activities. Local media reported power outages in the Marlborough region at top of the South Island, affecting more than 26,000 people.
This is in the
The wild winds on Thursday come as tens and thousands of teachers, doctors and other public workers take part in what has been termed a mega-strike, calling for better pay and working conditions. But the extreme weather has forced them to change some of their plans, with some outdoor rallies moved indoors or cancelled. Similar gusts are also sweeping Australia, bringing a heat wave to the country's outback. Authorities have issued fire bans for fear of bushfires.
Right, so there is my caravan, and it used to belong over there somewhere. It went through that fence.
The storms are the latest example of extreme weather events that have become increasingly common globally because of climate change. Unusual weather patterns are also affecting parts of Australia. Temperatures at Sydney Airport rose to 38.7 C and exceeded 39 C in some suburbs Wednesday, the hottest October day ever recorded, while the Age newspaper reported 2 people lost their lives after being swept off a pier near Melbourne by strong winds.
Whoa, that's huge. Holy crap.
That's a big one.
Oh god, you wouldn't have wanted to be under that.
The National Emergency Management Agency said a state of emergency for the Canterbury region took effect late Wednesday, allowing authorities to mobilize resources and issue directions as conditions intensify. Fire crews continue to battle wildfires in Hawke's Bay, on the east coast of the North Island, and these have largely been contained, according to a post from Hawke's Bay Fire and Emergency.